Namaskar students, so welcome to the exercise session of your introduction to MATLAB. So whenever you launch your MATLAB, you will have some such kind of your environment. So in previous talk we have discussed how your environment will look like, how you can insert your matrix, how you can do the manipulation with the matrix. You don't have to define your type of your variable, or you don't have to worry about variable at all. How we can use the simple function to clear the command window to find out the value of your variables that we have discussed in previous session. Okay, so let's say whenever you just launch this your MATLAB, this will show such kind of your environment. Here you in left hand side you find some current folder. So here it is your layup now 1, layup now 2, untitled, some simulation is there. Okay, so whenever you just make one program and you save this, in that case the extension of your MATLAB program will be .m file. Okay, and if you are dealing with some simulation, in that case it will be .mdl. Okay, this is your command window. It will start with a prompt icon, so whatever I write in this window will work as a calculator. Same way here it is your workspace, it is nothing but your memory. So whatever variable I am using in a command window, it will be stored in your workspace. Okay, and here it is your command history. So whatever variable I am using or whatever operation I am doing in a command window, or I am doing in a simulation or programming, it will be stored in a command history, that this much of command I have used in previously. That it is shown here. You can see on 25th April 20 I have used tutorial 9 CLC, clear all CLC, all these things. Okay, so let us try to find mathematical calculation. Let's say I am writing a is equal to 2. I hope you can see. So a is equal to 2, I just hit enter, you will get the value of a is equal to 2, and at the same time in a workspace now my variable a is equal to 2. Okay, now I have also introduced one variable, that is operator, it is the semicolon. So if I type a is equal to, let me try with b is equal to 3, and I am putting the semicolon, it means when I hit enter it will not going to show me the value of b in output. Okay, but same value will be stored in your workspace. So here you can see b is now 3. Now I want to find the value of your sum. Let's say the variable is sum is equal to a plus b. So I am doing the sum of a plus b, and if I hit enter you will get the answer 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, and this variable is also going to store in your workspace. So whatever the variable will be generated, it is automatically going to be stored in a workspace. So you don't have to worry about defining the variables, okay, or the type of the variables. If it is a float variable, in that case also it will be defined automatically. Now let's say I am typing a is equal to, let us use another variable, that is h is equal to 80. Okay, I am hitting enter, so it will give me the value of h is equal to 80. Now I am just multiplying both this term, that is nothing but h multiply by sum, so it will give me some answer. So 80 multiplied by 5 will be 400. Okay, so answer is 400. So whenever you are not defining any variable, here you can see we haven't defined any variable, so we have write only h multiplied by sum is equal to nothing. Here we have defined the variable sum. Okay, so if you not defined any variable, then MATLAB will by default consider the variable as a answer. Okay, it is by default variable of MATLAB. So all this variable will be stored here. Now let's say I am doing another something, let's say this minimum, or generally we are using command to find out the value of variable, that is woos. Okay, in previous lecture we have seen, if I write woos in command window and I hit enter, it will give me the variable that is used in this command window. So here we have used A, answer, B, H and sum. Now you can see that I have to scroll down the right here to find the value of your output. So what I want to do, I want to clear this command window. So how we can do this? So you can use command clear. So in case if you want to just delete some of the commands, let's say I want to delete command A and B, in that case I can write A space B, and if I hit enter, my two commands will be deleted. Okay. If I want to just clear all these commands, that answer, H and sum, I can write clear all. Okay, now all the commands are deleted. If I want to clear this particular command window, in that case I have to write CLC, then all command window will be cleared. So these are important commands, that is CLC and clear all. But there is a difference between CLC and clear all. Clear all is used to clear the variable that is stored in a workspace, but CLC is used to clear the command window. Okay, so that is the difference between CLC and clear all. Now let us add one matrix. So let's say it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Going into the next line, we have to use semicolon. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And if I hit enter, you will get the matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have studied one operator, that is colon operator. Okay, what is that colon operator? Let's say I want to find the value, this 5 value. Okay, so it is, we can easily find that is this 5 value is nothing but in a second row and second column. So if I write A into the bracket for second row 2, for second column 2 and hit enter, you will get the element 5 from this matrix. Okay, now let's say we want this first row only, first column only. Okay, see, we want all the rows but only first column. It means when we write command, we have to write A into the bracket all the rows. It means we have to put colon here. It means all the rows, comma, only first column. So for first column is 1. If I hit enter, you will get 1, 4 and 7. Same way, let's say we want only this 5 and 6. Okay, so A into the bracket, first thing what should we write? So we want only second row. Okay, we don't want first row and second row, we want only second row. So it means 2 comma which column? So we want the column number, we want column number 1? No, we want only column number 2 and column number 3. So we should write 2 colon 3. It means 2, 2, 3. Okay, if I just enter, it will give me the element 5 and 6. So whenever we want any element, particular element from the matrix, we should use these kinds of arguments. Okay, again let me just clear this window by CLC and clear workspace by clear all. Okay, one another operator that we have studied, that is colon operator, but not for your matrices, but for your, let's say if I want A matrix, and that is 1 to 10. Okay, that is what example we have studied in previous lecture. So 1 to 10. Now I don't want to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is why I write A colon 10, and it will give me a matrix that contains 10 variable, and the space between two variable will be 1. So if you don't put any amount right here, in that case it will automatically by default take a space of 1. But if you put, let's say your B is equal to 1 colon 2 colon 10, in that case the space between two variable will be 2. That will be 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Okay, I have given one example to you, so you have to try this. Just go in previous check previous lecture and try this example of. So in that case you have to find your C is equal to 0, and your pi by 12 and 2 pi. Okay, so you have to find the space between 0 to 2 pi, but space between two variables is pi by 12. Okay, I am not finding for you. This is your what we can say, your programming. Okay, you have to type this in your MATLAB. If you hit, you will get the answer. Okay, there is how much, if you divide your 0 to 2 pi to this much of part, you will get 25 elements. Okay, so we are not going to write this 25 element. That is why we can use this operator, colon operator. Let me clear this window. Now, one thing that I have used in previous example, that is pi. So whenever you write pi into your MATLAB, it will consider as a pi and it will give you the value, that is 3.14. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the value of pi and all these things. You write pi and MATLAB will understand that we are talking about pi only. Okay, now let us take some of the exercises. So we have given a matrix that is right here. The dimension of the matrix is 3 cross 4, and we have to obtain all the elements of rows but the first column, obtain element in second row and third column, and delete first row of matrix A, delete first and second column of all the rows, and replace the element A22 with 10. So I hope this is very easy for you, as I have explained you how we can do it with some part of the matrix. Okay, here we have given one matrix and we are dealing with some part of the matrix. Let us try first, and all this will be very easier for you. Obtain all elements of all rows. So we want all elements of all rows but only the first column. Okay, so it means our answer should be 2 1 2. But how we can do 2 1 2? So your argument should be A. You should write A into the bracket colon, comma, only first. That will give you, if you write this, if you just type your matrix A and type this argument, you will get your answer 2 1 2. Here I have the solution, so let me just show you. The answer will be 2 1 2. Okay, so in that way you can find the value of 1 2 3 4 5. One more example. Just enter a matrix A, matrix B, and you can do A plus B, A minus B, A cube, B cube. Now how we can do cube in MATLAB? Okay, here one example is there, undefined variable A. It means that we have not already defined the value of A. That is why this error we will get. Okay, here you can see in workspace there is no variable is defined. That is why it will get such kind of error signal. Okay, if A is defined earlier, in that case we will get the answer. Okay, but here there is no value of A, it is stored in your workspace. So how we can find the value of A? Okay, so let's say I want to find the value of A cube. My A matrix is 1 2 3 4, a small 2 by 2 matrix. Oh my god, I have just forgotten the bracket. Okay, it is 1 2 3 4 and I want A cube, so I have to use A raised to 3 and you will get your answer of A cube. Now it will take some time because here you can see it is showing it is busy. Okay, so it will take some time to find out the A cube. Here it is, it's 37 54 81 118. Okay, so same way you can find A cube and B cube for this matrix. The last thing is find out the determinant and inverse of the matrix. So here the 3 cross 3 matrix is given. You are interested to find out the determinant of the matrix and the inverse of the matrix. For inverse of the matrix it is very easy, just use, here it is, here you can see that A dash. If you just A dash and hit enter, it will give you the matrix of A inverse. Okay, I'm sorry, it is only the A transpose, not A inverse. For inverse, you have to use the command that is inv, inverse of A, and if you hit enter, it will give you the inverse of this matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, this A dash is nothing but A transpose. Okay, so your row will be column and column will be rows. Okay. Okay, so that is what about your first experiment, that is nothing but manipulation with your matrix as far as your matrix operation in MATLAB is concerned. So it is only the introductory point that you can deal with your command window, your workspace and command history. All the command that we have done right today is stored here. Okay. If you want to make MATLAB program, then you have to go here, new, and then script, or directly you can access from here, that is new script. If you click, then you will get one script that is untitled. You can write your MATLAB program. And this window will be editor's window. Okay, your command window will be here now. If you just click on new script, you will be on your editor's window. You can write your program right here. We will going to make one script later on. Okay, and whatever your program is here, you have to run this program and your answer will be shown in your command window. Okay, so this is your editor window. You can write your script, and this is your command window. In editor's window, this option will be different, but we're going to study about each and every option. Okay, what is command line and what is your breakpoint, how we can run the program, how we can run with the time, how we can save the program. Okay, all these things we will consider when we are dealing with .m file. Also, the another thing you can do is Simulink. It will give you the number of the amount of simulation that you can form. Okay, but this also will understand later. All this function of each and everything also we will understand. Up till now, your task is to understand what is command window, what we can do in command window, what is workspace, what are the variables, what is command history, the basic command that we have used in today's lecture, like CLC, clear all, woos, okay, inverse. So these are important up till now. In next lecture, when we will meet, we will try to do something in your editor's window. So whenever you click on Simulink library, it will take some time to open, or you can write Simulink right here. It is another command. If you write Simulink and just enter, you will get the same thing that we are getting from here. Okay, so that is it for today's session. When we'll meet in next session of your control system or your electrical circuit analysis or power system, we are going to deal with your MATLAB programming and simulation. Thank you so much.